Welcome back, everyone, to the Bears Probably Plays YouTube channel. Today is Sunday, July 28th, and I'm back breaking down a few more games for the Sunday slate of games in the MLB. We're going to be looking at 2 game picks and 4 player props today. The first matchup is going to be between the San Francisco Giants and the Colorado Rockies. The second game and the best play of the day is going to be between the Washington Nationals and the St. Louis Cardinals. And as always, the 2 best player props will be towards the end of the video. Everyone go out there, have yourself a great Sunday, and let's break down some ball. All right, guys, let's get into this graphic recap from Saturday night. 1-2 day on the best bets. Cubs, they found a way to hit the ball, apparently, going up against the Royals. A grand slam by Patrick Wisdom put a knife in my heart for that game. It looked pretty good through 6 innings, and then Patrick Wisdom, grand slam at the top of the 7th, crushed us there. Seth Lugo showed on Monica. They didn't have their best stuff, but I thought it was good enough to have the under hit. Just did not work out that way. Alec Bohm over 1.5 bases. Didn't work out either. He only had 3 official at-bats, 1 walk, got hit by a pitch, 1 single in the game, was taken out of the game. But I'm going to go back to him today. And then Brian Wu, under 1.5 runs, a little dicey in the second inning, but he got out of it. And then the good thing about Brian Wu is that he usually goes out after the 4th or 5th inning, and they did take him out after 4 innings going up against the White Sox. So that one did hit there. We've got the Yankees on the money line right now. This game has been a roller coaster ride. Started off hot for the Yankees. Boston bounced back. And so far, it's just been run after run after run after run, just alternating off. And the Yankees tied it up in the top of the 9th with a double, and it's currently 8-8. So hopefully that one works out for us Yankees in the money line. Mark Vientos over 1.5 bases, struck out, I feel like, every single time today. Did not hit. And then Aaron Judge, he's been on fire tonight. Hit a huge home run, had a double, has a single. He needs a triple for the cycle. So he did hit. So pretty good play there. Let's go look at the leaderboard. I did have a pretty bad day on the best bets, a 1-2 day, split on the player props, 10-8 over the last 7, still 16-7 since the All-Star break. So I will take that, and looking for the sweep today on Sunday to finish up the weekend. We are going to be looking at the San Francisco Giants going up against the Colorado Rockies, and this is going to be the 3rd game in less than 24 hours between these 2 teams because they had a doubleheader on Saturday night. In the first game between these teams, Blake Snell had himself 15 strikeouts and still did not pick up the win, even though the Giants, they currently are winning that game. It looks like they're probably going to hold on to that game, and then we're going to see what happens in the doubleheader. But in this game on Sunday, I think there's a very clear favorite just by the way both of these guys have been pitching. I'm taking the Giants in this one, minus 1.5 on the run line as the play. And the major reason why I'm going with the Giants in this game to beat up on the Rockies is because Austin Gomber is going to be back on the mound for the Rockies. I've talked about him a couple times over the last 10 games, but he continues to get beaten up over the last several games since the start of June. He's only had 1 game over the last 8 starts that he hasn't given up more than 4 runs, and that was against the Kansas City Royals, and that was the game I took the Kansas City Royals. In his other 7 games, he gave up 4+ runs in every game, and over just the last 2 games alone, he combined 8 runs and 13 hits. His once 2.76 ERA at the start of June, it's now 4.70 with a 1.30 whip, and until he puts a good start underneath his belt, I'm going to continue to attack him. The Giants are going to go with Jordan Hicks in this game, and he hasn't been a whole lot better than Austin Gomber over the last couple of games, but I do think with the way the Rockies have been swinging the bat, we should see a lot of strikeouts in this game by him. Blake Snell went for 15 strikeouts, and Jordan typically is a pretty good strikeout pitcher throwing a lot of heat. His numbers on the season, they are decent, coming in with a 4.01 ERA and a 1.39 whip, and the Giants made the transition for him being a relief pitcher, a closing pitcher, into a starting pitcher. So far, it hasn't been the best transition in the world for him, but I do think he has been good enough to keep us in this game, keep the Rockies under 3 or 4 runs. I think the Giants could put up 5+ runs on Austin in the first 5 innings, and then from there, we're just going to let the bullpen do their thing. Give me the Giants here, minus 1.5 on the run line as the play. For the player props on the screen, we're going to go with the big bat of Jorge Soler to go over 1.5 bases going up against Austin. Jorge Soler, over the last 2 games, not counting the games on Saturday night, he's collected 5 total hits and 5 runs, hitting a home run on Friday night as well. The Giants have him as the leadoff spot, looking for a bang to start off some games. And I do think he's been doing a pretty good job at that leadoff spot. And whenever you go deeper into the numbers for Jorge Soler, he does do a lot better against left-handed pitching, having a 272 batting average compared to 215 against right-handed pitchers. He also has a lot more power numbers if you get the same amount of at-bats going up against the left side, because he does have 12 extra base hits going up against lefties this season and only 92 at-bats. I like him in this game to have an extra base hit. Give me the over 1.5 bases as the first graphic play there. Let's go to the best play of the day. We're going to be looking at the Washington Nationals going up against the St. Louis Cardinals. But before people come at my throat for taking the Nationals here on the money line, who are my favorite team, I do have a good reason I'm doing it. The Cardinals this season, they don't hit well against left-handed pitching, and it may surprise a lot of people. They're actually worse than the Chicago White Sox hitting left-handed pitching. They're 29th in baseball, hitting 226 on the season. As a team, they only have 233 hits and 119 runs, and they have nearly 1,200 plate appearances. That's top 10 in baseball for the most plate appearances, and they are bottom 15 in hits and runs scored. So that is extremely bad. The Cardinals have also seen DJ this season, who is going to be on the mound for the Washington Nationals. They did have 5 hits and 4 runs on him the first time around, but I don't think that's going to happen in this game. The numbers for the Cardinals against lefties, they are so bad, and I do think DJ has improved as the season goes on. This is another rookie for the Washington Nationals. It feels like we have our entire farm system pitching for us this season, and out of everybody that I've seen this year, this is the guy I'm most excited about. I'm more excited about him than Mitchell Parker. And I know he didn't perform very well the first time against the Cardinals, but the numbers say he's going to have a lot better start in this one because he throws the fastball 55% of the time. And the St. Louis Cardinals this season have been brutally bad against the fastball. They only have 2 players in the starting lineup who have a plus run value against it. This is just straight to the point, not a good hitting team. And I know the Washington Nationals are also not a very good hitting team, but we're also going to get a matchup going up against Miles McCollum. And Miles is coming into this game giving up 8 runs and 15 hits over the last 2 starts against the Cubs and the Braves. 2 of the worst hitting teams over the last month of baseball. I believe we've got the better pitcher on the mound. I think we've got the better bats in this game. I'm taking my team, the Washington Nationals, on the money line at plus money as the best play of the day. For the player prop on the screen, I wanted to take Luis Garcia, but I'm going to stick with C.J. Abrams over 1.5 bases because he continues to be the best bet hitting in the leadoff spot here. Miles McCollum has been giving up a lot of hits over the last few games, 15 in total over the last 2, and he did give up 6 hits to the Nationals the last time he saw them. C.J. Abrams, he hasn't seen Miles a ton in his career, but he is hitting him .429 over 3 games, having 3 hits and 7 plate appearances, collecting a home run as well. We should see a lot of power in this game out of CJ, something we don't usually see against the left side because I love to take him for singles. We're going to get a right-handed pitcher in this game. He's going to have an extra base hit. Give me the over 1.5 bases as the play there. Let's go over to the best props of the day, and we are going to start with Alec Bohm. Once again, the Philadelphia Phillies go over 1.5 bases. I gave him out yesterday. He really didn't have a lot of attempts at the plate, only 2 official at-bats, took a walk, got a single, and then he was pulled from the game because they were worried about his foot. I don't think he injured himself that severely. I think they were just being extra cautious, so I'm going to run him back today because he's getting an even better pitching matchup going up against Xavier Curry. The Phillies yesterday, they put up a lot of runs. I do think they're going to put up a lot of runs again today, and Bohm should be one of the big reasons they do that with all of his power hits. Yesterday, again, he didn't have a lot of attempts to get good contact on the ball, and then being pulled early didn't help us at all. But today, going up against Curry, we are going to see the fastball and the slider over 90% of the time. If you remember the breakdown from yesterday, Alec Bohm this season, he's seeing the fastball and the slider better than anybody on the team, especially the slider, hitting at 362 on average. He has a plus 19 run value combined with those 2 pitches, and those are the only 2 pitches that Curry's been throwing all season long. On the season, Alec Bohm, he's been thriving against right-handed pitching as well. 27 doubles, 7 home runs. He's hitting .311 against right-handed pitching. So I'm going to take him in this game. Going back to the well here, Alec Bohm over 1.5 bases. He is listed as day-to-day. It didn't look too serious to me, but maybe they will leave him out in this game. So just in case, I do have an emergency plan. If he does not play, we're going to go with Joey Bart of the Pittsburgh Pirates will be the emergency play. This is going to be a huge deep dive because hopefully I don't have to play him. I'm going to play Alec Bohm. But he's getting a matchup going up against the rookie Yolbert Diaz for the D-backs. And Diaz this season has 2 pitches as well that he throws nearly every single game. Fastball 62% of the time, slider 24% of the time. Joey Bart hits towards the bottom of that lineup for the Pirates, but he hits the fastball this season better than anybody. Plus 7 run value, hitting at .389 on the year. And Diaz, again, he throws that fastball over 60% of the time. So if Alec Bohm does not play, the emergency play will be Joey Bart over 1.5 bases. Let's go over to the pitching prop for today. We're going to be looking at the Blue Jays going up against the Rangers, and we're going to play Jose Berrios over 2.5 runs going up against the Rangers. The Texas Rangers this season have been a very big disappointment after their World Series run last year. I expected them to be a lot better than they are, and they are barely keeping up with the Astros right now, who started the season off horribly. And I do think we're going to see the bats of the Rangers wake up just a little bit in this game because top to bottom, they do have a pretty good batting lineup. And as a team this season going up against right-handed pitching, they're right in the middle of the pack. They're hitting .237, but I do think they're going to succeed in this game because they hit the sinker pretty well, and they're also a pretty good team hitting sliders and curveballs, which is basically the combination of a slurve. We're going to see the sinker the most out of anything out of Jose Berrios, but he does throw a slurve, and so far the Rangers, they have not seen that this season. The closest thing to a slurve is a slider or a curveball, which is the 2 pitches combined, and that's what I'm going to look at for this game, how they hit the slider and the curveball. And against those 2 pitches, the Rangers, they're pretty good as a team, so I do think they're going to be able to hit the slurve pretty easily. The big thing for this team as well is that they typically don't miss whenever you make mistakes over the plate, having players like Corey Seager, Marcus Semien, Adolis Garcia. Those guys make you pay whenever you throw meatballs, and Jose Berrios over the last several games has been a chef serving up a lot of meatballs. Over the last 9 games for Jose Berrios, he's given up 3+ runs in 8 of those 9 games, and he's also given up 6+ hits in 7 of those 9 games. I think he's going to struggle once again on the mound going up against the Rangers. Give him the over 2.5 runs as the play there. Let's go over to the recap graphic. We are going to be playing the Giants on the run line. minus 1.5 going up against the Rockies. We got Jorge Soler over 1.5 bases going up against the Rockies as well. CJ Abrams over 1.5 bases going up against the Cardinals. Then we're going to take the Nationals here on the money line going up against the Cardinals. Going to be plus money. Alec Boehm over 1.5 bases. If he does not play, the emergency play will be Joey Bart over 1.5 base for the Pirates. And then Jose Barrios over 2.5 runs going up against the Texas Rangers as the best pitching prop of the day. Guys, that's going to do it for the MLB picks and props for Sunday, July 28th slate of games. If you guys enjoyed the content, please sure drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel below. See you guys next video, and thanks for watching.